Thank you very much, Betty. I've also learned a few things while sitting here and listening, that you can alter your jawline if you're breathing through your mouth.
Habitually, not just once.
Okay, she says if you habitually breathe through your mouth, you can alter your jawline. So that's quite some interesting information. Just like our mouth is a gateway to our body, in our business, there are two skills which is the gateway to the growth of our business. And those two skills is one, prospecting, and two, inviting. If you really want your business to grow, you need to master those two skills, the skills of prospecting and the skill of inviting. So if you give me a few minutes, I want to share the screen with you. Why are these skills important? Because these skills are the ones that is a gateway or the window for people to see our business. So we need to focus on those two aspects if you really want to grow our business. Because our business growth is dependent on how many people we expose the business to. And that is dependent on, number one, our prospecting skill. Number two, our skill of inviting people to look at the business, either to look at a tool, a video, a magazine, or to come for a business presentation. Either a one-on-one presentation, a Zoom presentation, or a presentation where somebody more experienced is going to do the presentation. So let's start with number one, the prospecting skill. Prospecting simply means that you write a list of people, 100 or more, and every day you keep adding new people to that list. Why do you need to add people to that list? Because when you start the business, after 2 or 3 months, you'll have gone through those 100 people that you've written down, and you need a way to find new people, to meet new people. So how do you go about it? Step number one, write a list of 100 people or more. There are 3 rules about writing a name list. Number one, do not prejudge. Don't look at somebody and just do not decide for people whether they can join the business or not. So rule number one, write their names down. Rule number two, do not prejudge. Rule number three, take their names off the list. That simply means speak to them. Okay, so you've written down your list. Number two, keep adding new people to your list. On a daily basis, I would suggest add 2 people. Because if you think about it, since morning until now, you have met at least 2 new people, either on Facebook or in town or wherever you are. You will meet at least 2 new people you didn't know yesterday. So take advantage of it. Number 3, attend events and shows to meet new people. You see, the only way you're going to get new people is to go out and meet new people. You can't meet new people sitting in your house. So make an effort to attend events or shows to meet new people. And when you attend these events, make sure you have business cards that you can exchange with people to get their contacts. Number 4, ask friends and relatives for referrals. This is very, in fact, a friend of mine on Tuesday, we were doing a recognition rally. And Fred Gichuki said, the reason why he's been consistently able to do 1,000 PV every month personally is that each customer, he asks for 5 referrals. And that keeps expanding your list of customers. So use the same idea, ask friends and relatives for referrals. If your friends and relatives are not interested in business, ask them for 5 names. Number 5, be constantly alert to the people around you when you are visiting places. Why is that important? Because somebody who is very close to you, maybe they're in a line waiting for something, or the doctor's place, or the bank, or whatever it is. Learn to speak to people next to you, because one of those people may be looking for this business, and you may be the gateway to them joining the business and making a big difference in their lives. So those are the five steps or ideas to prospect or write new names to your list. Number one, start with 100 names. Write the names down. Do not prejudge. Tick the names off the list. Number two, keep adding new names to the list. Number three, attend events and shows to meet new people. Number four, ask friends and relatives for referrals. And number five, be constantly alert to people around you when you're in different places. Let's go to the next thing, inviting. Inviting is very important because this is how you expose our business to new people. I think that if you're in the business, either you've been in the business for a long time or you're just starting off, the two skills you need to master very quickly and really master is in prospecting and inviting. Inviting simply means looking for people who are looking for our business. Okay? And I would suggest that your approach should be generally approach this thing as a farmer or a consultant. Don't approach it as a salesperson. Your job is to educate people about our business. What is the goal? The goal is educating and understanding. Because when people are properly educated about what our business is, their chances of saying yes to the business is increased many times fold. All right. So the goal, education and understanding, so that people understand what we have. Ask the right questions. What I've found is that three things will happen for people to join the business. Number one, they need to know you. That simply means you take time to know the people that you're talking to. Number two, if they like you. What does that mean? That you treat them with respect. You treat them as the way you want to be treated. Number three, if they trust you. Once they trust you, they're likely to open themselves to look at the business. So three things: know the people, make sure they like you, and if they do, they're eventually going to trust you, then they'll open themselves to the business, to listening to you. Now, four things in the process of inviting, which are very important. First is detach yourself emotionally from the outcome. For me, I struggled with this the first 3 years of our business. I just couldn't believe that people would not see what I'm seeing in the business. And I would actually get frustrated. Why does this person not see what I am seeing? Okay. And I slowly began to realize that this business is anybody can do this business, but it's not for everybody. It's for those who want to make a significant difference in their lives. So detach yourself emotionally from the outcome, because once you do that, you wouldn't care whether the person says yes or no. Your really responsibility is to show them the business. The second thing is be yourself. Don't be a different person when you're speaking to your prospects. Be the same person that you normally are. Okay? Be yourself. Be confident. Number three, be enthusiastic. The word enthusiastic comes from the word entheo, which means the God within. It simply means you need to have joy and a self-confidence within yourself and be enthusiastic. You see, you will attract more people to the business if you're enthusiastic about the business. If you're not enthusiastic about the business, it's very difficult to get people to actually look at the business. And the fourth thing is be bold and confident. That means have a strong posture. What is a strong posture? A strong posture is a mental attitude which says that I'm doing you a favor showing you the business, and I don't care whether you join the business or not. You don't use those words. You just maintain a posture of self-confidence that you're offering something of value. That is what having a strong posture is. Bold and confident. Okay? Number three, the inviting formula. The inviting formula is actually a very critical part of the inviting process. It's got about 8 steps, I think 7 or 8 steps. Step number one, be in a hurry. Step number two, compliment the prospect. Step number three, make the invite. Number four, get the commitment. Number 5, confirm the meeting. Number 6, schedule the next call. Let's go through them one by one. Be in a hurry. Why is this important? Because the prospects you are speaking to need to know that you don't want to waste time, one. And number 2, you're a busy person, you need to speak to other prospects. And that captures their attention. Maybe a phone call would go like this. Gladys, my name is Pascal. Do you have a moment? They will say yes or no. If they say yes, I have a few moments. Say, Gladys, I'm scheduled to go for another meeting, but I've got a question to ask you. Are you open to look at a way to generate extra income? Most people will say, yes, I am open. If they say that, go to the next statement. And this statement is very important. Gladys, if I sent you a video, would you watch it? And the reason that question is asked that way is that you are sending them something and they also need to return the favor by saying, yes, they want to watch it. If I sent you a video, would you watch it? Most people would say, yes, I would watch it. If somebody says no, then it means the conversation is actually complete. They say, if you won't be able to watch it, then this business is not for you. That's the way you close down. If you say, yes, I would watch it, don't send the video then. Go to the next step. The next step is, Gladys, if I send you the video, when do you think you will watch it? What you have done is you have asked Gladys to actually think and set the time for watching. It's not you. It's the prospect whom you ask the question to set the time when we are going to watch it. Let me say Gladys says, I'm going to watch the video tomorrow morning. Don't send the video yet. Go to the next question. And the next question is, so Gladys, if I send you the video, you'd be able to watch it tomorrow in the morning. They will say yes. Remember, they're the one who has set the time, not you. So if they say yes, I will watch the video tomorrow morning. The conversation is not complete. Go to the next step. Said, so if I send you the video and I call you tomorrow afternoon, you will have watched the video in the morning, yes? Then they will say yes. Once they say yes, remember now they've said yes 3 times. Once they say yes, if you can call tomorrow afternoon, I'll have watched the video. Then you say, okay, Gladys, I'm sending you the video now. You've said you're going to watch the video tomorrow morning. So if I call you tomorrow afternoon, you can discuss the contents of the video. If they say yes, said, okay, I need to run. See you tomorrow. I'm sending you the video right away. That is the inviting formula. And the reason why that formula is very, very effective is a number of things at a psychological level. Number 1, you ask the person and they need to return a favor. If I sent you a video, would you watch it? Most people will say yes. Or if I gave you this CD, would you listen to it? Or if I gave you this magazine, would you read it? The next thing is, when do you think you'll do it? That question is to make the prospect actually think about setting time to do what they said they're going to do. It's not you who is setting the time, it is your prospect. So you ask them, Gladys, if I send you the video, when do you think you will watch it? Most people now will rack their brain and actually give you a time and a date. The next thing is you confirm what they have said. So if I send you a video, you'll watch it tomorrow morning. They say yes. Okay. So I'll send you a video. So if I call you tomorrow in the afternoon, you'll have watched the video so that we can discuss it. They say yes. Okay, I'll send you a video. What you have actually done, you've asked the prospect to commit themselves 4 times. They've said yes. And that increases the chance of your prospects actually listening to the video that you're going to send them, or whatever tool you're going to give them, either the video or a CD or a magazine or whatever it is. That helps them to make a commitment to actually look at the tool that you have given them. All right? And then you need to keep doing that. I would suggest if you're part-time, Do that twice a day. Show the business to 2 people every single day, because our business grows through exposure. But a very important thing that will happen is persistence. There is no shortcut to success except through persistence. The story of a gentleman in Australia called George. George was a motor mechanic. He liked fiddling with cars, but his passion was flying. Whenever George was fixing somebody's car, and a friend of his who was a pilot told him, "George, let's go flying," he would close his garage and they would go flying. He really loved flying. But one day they went into a plane which had an engine problem. So when they were skybound, the engine started losing fuel. And then they started sputtering, and they started descending. They descended so quickly and they hit a tree, and they got so badly injured. But George realized that the small plane was going to explode unless they actually got out. So with superhuman strength, they got themselves out, and as soon as they got out, the plane exploded and burnt his clothes. And he had second to third degree burns. And George was taken to hospital. And while he was in hospital, he had time to think. He had time to think about his future. And he had an insurance that was going to pay out $3 million. So what he did, he took part of the insurance money, bought a plot of land, and he wanted to build something magnificent. So he created some plans. He took the plans to the bank to ask for a loan, and the first bank said no. George kept going. The second bank said no. He went again to the third bank, and to the fourth bank, and to the fifth bank. George kept going to all the banks. George went to 97 banks, and all of them said no. The 98th bank is the one that gave him the loan to build his development. 10 to 15 years later, George was worth $600 million. There's a hidden guide that lets no one enjoy the achievement without passing through the door of persistence. Persistence is the thing that will open the door for us. Nothing, you see, all of us want success, but if you want success, we have to be persistent in talking to people. We have to be persistent in attending training. We have to be persistent in everything we do, because this is what creates success. Ask, believe, receive. And the basis of persistence is willpower. Remember, willpower is something that we do consciously. It's not a feeling. It's a disciplined will to follow through on what you've decided that is your dream. And the first thing about persistence is definiteness of purpose. You need to have a goal or a dream that you're looking towards. Why is that important? Because when you focus on where you're going to, you don't see what you're going through. That's very important. Keep your eyes on where you're going to, not what you're going through. The second thing is you need a very intense desire. This nobody can do for you. Intense desire has to come from your heart. It has to come from your imagination. You need a very intense desire to keep on persisting. Number three, you need definite plans. What does that mean? That if once you've set your goals, you've got a specific purpose, you've got an intent, that you need to have a step-by-step plans to make this goal a reality. A step-by-step plan is a very simple process in our business, daily method of operation. That is a set of activities that you do every single day, whether you feel like it or not, to grow your business. Will everything work out the way you planned? No. Are you going to meet people who are going to laugh at you? Yes. Are you going to sometimes receive no's and knocks on your head? Yeah. Excuse me. Yes. Many people are going to tell you no. But the idea is keep talking to people. In fact, I mentioned earlier that one of the things about prospecting or inviting, detaching yourself emotionally from the outcome. If you do that, it means you don't care whether somebody says yes or no. And that's how you build a tough inner being to keep talking to people. Then you need accurate knowledge of what the business is. You need to know the compensation plan. You need to know how to invite. You need to know who our prospects are. You need to know how to get new people started. You need to know how to sell events, because these are the skills that help you to grow your business. And then develop willpower and habit force. You see, we are all creatures of habit. If you do something consistently several times, it becomes an automatic process. And this is what leads to success. So persistence has to become a habit. And when it becomes a habit, the outcome is you're going to become successful in this business. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much for spending this evening with Betty and myself. I hope that